Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Billy. Today I would like to share with you 3 spring-summer dresses made from the new look pattern N6633 View A. This is part 4 of the series. For part 1 through part 3, please check out my videos number 28 through 30. So the first dress I will show you today is this one made from a black and white cotton chambray that I purchased on Mood's website. So here's a close-up of the fabric itself. So this one obviously does not look like the classic View A, but it is very much based on it. So what I did was, instead of a center back zipper, I wanted the opening to be in the front. The original idea was to make a shirt dress. So then, so I just close up the center back, just sewed it up. And then I extend, instead of cutting it on the fold for the center front, it just 2 pieces, right sides together when I cut the front. But I extended the center front by 2.5 inches because I wanted the placket to be 1 inch in width. And so that was what I did. And then here's a little mini cuff here for this dress. And so this dress is actually inspired by a J. Crew dress, and also by a simplicity pattern that I saw, and they look almost the same. So I'm not so sure who copied whom, but that's what I wanted to do. So after I sewed up the outer shell, I tried it on. I was horrified. It looked so matronly. It's so dreary. I had serious thoughts about abandoning this project, actually, at least for maybe 1 minute. Then I decided that I wanted to try to see if I can salvage this project. So I just laid the dress on the floor and added some buttons, laid some buttons on top to see if I still like the look. Unfortunately, it looked a lot better with the addition of the buttons, because the buttons did give the dress some interest. And so I decided that I would continue with the project. But that was fairly late at night, so I decided to just sleep on it. The next morning, and this was over a weekend, and so the next morning I woke up and I was looking at this dress again. I decided that since I had enough fabric left over, this dress definitely could use some embellishment. And so I decided to draft a collar to go with this dress. And so that was what I did. So it was a continuous piece of collar. And so in a way, it's a bit of almost a circle. And because it's a continuous piece, it was quite fabric hungry. And so I cut out 2 pieces of this fabric to make the collar. But to give the collar a little body, I also cut out 1 piece in a very lightweight silk organza to give it some more support. And because it's very lightweight silk organza, so it did give it a little support, but it's not stiff whatsoever. And I think organza is a really good alternative if you do not want to use fusible interfacing, because obviously fusible interfacing would just stick to the fabric, and the fabric just would not have the movement, I think, that I liked. And so that was what I did here. And so really not much else to talk about other than the fact that I added these buttons. They were a bit of an accident, actually. Originally, I calculated the collar size wrong, so it ended up being a lot more separated at this point than I had anticipated. And therefore, to keep the buttonhole still in the center, I need to enlarge the placket. But then the placket was only 1 inch anyway. And so what so for example here, so what happened was when I top stitched the placket, I past the original placket by about half an inch to give it a wider look of the placket. And as a result, I also used larger buttons. So these are 1 inch or 25 millimeter buttons instead of the original 20-inch button that I had planned to use. So here you can see, so here, it's hard to see, but then the top stitching line, so this is where the placket ends, but the top stitching line actually ends here. And then the placket on the inside is secured by the buttonholes, so it's fine. It would not be, it would not came loose. And so after all these additions with the larger buttons and the collar and also kind of like a cute little cuffs, I think these elements gave enough interest to this dress. So then therefore it no longer looked dreary or drab or matronly. So actually it turned out it's one of my favorite makes from this pattern. And because I was quite happy how it turned out, so I decided to line it. And so in this case, I lined it with a black cotton lawn that I have at home. But the cotton lawn gave it a lot more structure than I had originally anticipated. So when it's all done, this dress looks a bit more like a lightweight coat dress than a shirt dress. But I still really liked it, and it just shows you how interesting sewing or life can be. That originally I thought I was going to abandon this project, but now this turned out to be one of my favorite dresses from this pattern. So it was quite a turnaround. So here's a quick video of this cotton lightweight coat dress. And I really liked it. It fits me very well. And then I am really glad that I persevered and tried to salvage this project to get it to the current state. And so I'm really very, very happy about this project. The second dress that I will show you today is this one made from a cotton sateen material that I purchased from Mood. And this is also that I purchased fairly early on last year. So this one, because it's Mood's proprietary line, it does have 3% elastane. And because the fabric, actually the stretch is a bit weird. So because the stretch is along the length of the fabric, and so because this flower is actually on one side along the selvage, so that means the stretch actually goes this way instead of this way. And so I was originally planning to battle with my sewing machine to sew up the side seams without stretching, but turned out to be fine because this fabric is very densely woven, so it really did not distort much at all. So I'm very happy about that. And so despite my gripe about the elastane, I have to say this sateen is so beautiful. The finish is gorgeous. And this very light sort of peachy pink, I think is so complementary on so many skin tones. And so this is the vision that I have for this fabric. I wanted the flower to be on the bottom, and then the rest of it is plain. And so that was what I did. And here I did a half a size cuff, because a full size cuff would be, I think, give this dress too formal of a look. And so so that's why I shortened it to a half size cuff. And this one I did the lower round neck. Otherwise, I made no changes to the fit of this dress. And so overall, I am really pleased how this one turned out. So here is a quick video of this cotton sateen dress. And I paired the dress with mahogany heels that are 3.5 inches in height. And overall, I think this dress looks so pretty. And in a way, looks almost bridal. And so I think for brides who actually would consider wearing a pink dress for their wedding, actually this would be a great fabric choice, because this is long enough. So this is about 55 inches long, so it actually could be the skirt portion, could just be the whole thing, and then the top obviously can be made with the plain portion of this fabric. And I just think it would be such a pretty and an unusual dress. The final dress that I will show you today is this one made with a fairly thick silk twill fabric that I purchased at Moods store in New York City's Garment District. So here is a close-up of the fabric itself and also the pattern. It's actually very pretty, and I really liked it. So the inspiration for using this fabric is that I was browsing on knitaporter.com for inspiration. Then I came across this Valentino dress, and I just thought it was so pretty and really, really elegant. And even though a long kind of meaty skirt is not my thing, but I just really, I was really admiring it. Then it occurred to me that I had something similar in my fabric stash. And so I decided to, sort of like get the inspiration from this dress to make something using this new look pattern. And because I only had 1.5 yards of this 44-inch wide silk twill, so it was quite limited on what I can do. So for example, the pattern, the way it's designed, actually the twill has a horizontal weaving line. So the weave line will go horizontally, but to cut out the sleeves, I need to have the weave line go vertically. And so by the time I was done, there were just minimum scraps. And originally I had enough fabric to cut out a very narrow cuff. Narrow cuffs for this dress, but then after trying it on, after I made the outer shell, I decided I did not care for that look, so I just left it as a 3/4 sleeve length dress, exactly like the floral dress talked about in my last video. Here is a quick video of this yellow dress, and I paired it with a pair of 3¼ inch sort of nude pumps. And I just thought it was great. It's so cheery. Normally, I do not veer towards super bright colors, but I guess now I am older and I feel I could be a little freer. I don't need to wear something so conservative all the time. And so I'm really liking this look, and it's so cheery. And so I am very happy about how this dress turned out. So these are the 3 dresses I recently made using the new look pattern N6633 View A as my inspiration. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please do stay safe, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye-bye!